The reaction to President Trump's decision to pardon former Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio continues to pour in. Arpaio was convicted of criminal contempt for violating a court ruling that ordered his department to stop illegally detaining people based on suspicions about their immigration status. In a statement, Arizona Senator John McCain writes, "No one is above the law, and the individuals entrusted with the privilege of being sworn law officers should always seek to be beyond reproach in their commitment to fairly enforcing the laws they swore to uphold." He added that Trump's pardon, quote, undermines his claim for the respect of rule of law, as Mr. Arpaio has shown no remorse for his actions. McCain's Arizona colleague, Senator Jeff Flake, also weighed in, stating that he wished Trump would, quote, honor the judicial process. And Ohio Governor John Kasich said that the president's pardon created a political wedge.
I wouldn't have done it this way. It is absolutely should be out of bounds for somebody to use that as some sort of a political wedge. It appears as though that's what it was.
House Speaker Paul Ryan also criticized Trump. According to a Ryan spokesman, the speaker does not agree with the decision. Okay, he's getting there. Law enforcement officials have a special responsibility to respect the rights of everyone in the United States. We should not allow anyone to believe that responsibility is diminished by this pardon. And Michigan Republican Congressman Justin Amash tweeted that Trump pardoned an official who, quote, ignored the Bill of Rights. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reports that Trump asked Attorney General Jeff Sessions about closing the criminal case against Arpaio months ago. Trump was reportedly told it would be inappropriate to do so and decided to let the trial take its course. Arpaio, meanwhile, thanked President Trump in a tweet and called his conviction, quote, a political witch hunt by holdovers in the Obama Justice Department. He also directed supporters to a website accepting donations to help him pay his legal fees.
Nick Confessori, the list of horrors that this guy implemented is staggering. You actually I had read a report from a reporter that one of the things that surprised him the most was when he was out there how much the Arizona law enforcement community hates Arpaio because he gives them all a bad name because he has been a complete thug. And has punished people, basically doing some things amounting to torture.
That's right. And look, just a quick fact check: the investigation began under the Bush Justice Department, I believe, so it wasn't an Obama witch hunt. The list of things that he's done include allowing a backlog of dozens of cases of child abuse to go dark because the people were the people of immigrants, and the kids were the kids of immigrants. You know, I think what's interesting here is, he was tweeting Sheriff Clark in Milwaukee, right? Sheriff Clark's former job, or his job, is being sued for allowing an inmate to die of thirst, of dehydration, in custody. So these two sheriffs are sheriffs who are not very good at their jobs in some ways, and he seems to love them.
The Phoenix New Times, they've covered Joe Arpaio for 20 years. They had a chronology, a list of outrageous incidents involving Sheriff Arpaio's tenure. Half of the things on the list are absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. I mean, he was running a concentration camp. That's basically what he was doing.
And Donald Trump mistakes this for being tough on law and order.
Yeah.
Again, even the law enforcement officers in Arizona have shunned this guy. The Bush administration started the investigation. This is obvious to Republicans and Democrats alike that this guy is a complete thug.
So
he
why
doesn't
would he do
respect the rule of law. And Donald Trump, why did he do this? Who knows? Maybe it's throwing more red meat out there, but it's not something that even Republicans support. Did he have the authority to do this? Yes, he had the authority to do this. But if articles of impeachment years down the road are ever brought up against this man, these are the sort of things that are going to be attached in abuse of power. As Jeff Flake said, he didn't let a judicial process play itself out. He cut it short.
This is also a green light to the other Joe Arpaios out there.
Sure.
And he is not the only one. But if you're the president and your policy is to get tougher, as he puts it, on immigration or illegal immigration, this tells other sheriffs, other law enforcement people, people at ICE, it's okay to blur the line. It's okay to go over the line in the service of my goal as president, and that is not the law.
Well, what did he say in his speech to law enforcement on Long Island a couple of weeks ago?
Go rough them up.
Yeah.
Go rough them up, which of course horrifies law enforcement because things like this and Donald Trump telling people to, saying it's a joke, but it's not a joke, rough them up, that just makes their job more difficult. And when they get sued, it's just, it puts them in a more, law enforcement officers, in a more tenuous position, makes their job more difficult. And I've got to say, Mika, bottom lining this, the worst damage that's been done, though, has been done to Donald Trump in the eyes of the judiciary. They once again see that this man acts like an autocrat. He has no respect for judges. Certainly he's shown he has no respect for federal judges.
The damage to the Republican Party, in my opinion, also the damage to the country as this goes on. What more does he need to do? I don't get it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.